but the defense last night was as good as I've seen it. Because they were that good? Or because the Vikings, for whatever reason, have lost their way over the last 2 weeks? Because Sam Darnold looked exactly, for different reasons.
I'm going to go the Rams' defense is better than advertised. At least that front four. And the way they're being coached in the back end. So I'm walking out of the game with Chris Shula. And we're just joking. We talk all year. You know, he gives me bits and pieces. I relay it to the world and stuff. But I never thought, and I told him this, I never thought in a million years that we could be losing you after one season. When you hold a playoff opponent like Minnesota to under 10 points and you have 9 sacks, you tie the NFL record and break the franchise record for sacks in a postseason. That's how you get your name in the paper. That's how you start getting interviewed or get in that fast track to being a head coach. And I said it's kind of funny. JB said it. It's kind of hard to hide the name Shula.
Yeah.
It really is. You can't hide the name Shula in the NFL. And when you start having a defense that's performing like that, the credit's got to go somewhere. It's going to go to him.
You know, the amount of credit that we give Sean McVay and the entire Rams organization is we do it a lot, and rightfully so. But their plan and the execution of the plan on how to get ready for life without 99, I don't know if you could have asked for a better landing spot than the way that they did it. Because last year, Aaron Donald was here, but clearly the priority in the draft was we need to start getting ready for this. You draft Byron Young, you draft Kobe Turner, and those guys play with Aaron Donald and play really well. Aaron Donald leaves, I think caught Rams fans by surprise, but clearly did not catch the Rams by surprise because now what do? First round pick in forever, they draft Jared Verse, who is a straight up freak, right? He looked like Derrick Henry running that ball into the end zone last night.
Jim Brown.
It was extraordinary. You
the
draft
fastest
Braden
speed
Fisk.
of anyone all night.
It was nuts. You draft
Really?
Braden Fisk.
MPH wise?
19.88.
Oh, please don't tell him that.
Number one in the whole damn game. The edge guy was the fastest guy on the field.
Jared Verse's head is already this big. Don't tell him he was the fastest guy on the field,
You take those two guys, Fisk and Verse, and all of a sudden, Aaron Donald, who is a first ballot deadlock cinch Hall of Famer, maybe the greatest player ever in the history of that position.
Yeah.
And it's like, do you miss him? Sure. Is your defense really good? Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
That is a Les Snead thing. That is a Sean McVay thing. That is a Kevin Denmark. That is a right on down the entire Rams brass thing to get prepared, get ahead, be ready to go. This was supposed to be another transition year. Last year was supposed to be a transition year. Go to the playoffs. This year is a transition year.
Yeah.
They go to the playoffs and they win a game, and now you're into the final 8. Anything can happen now. You just need to have a good day.
Give Les Snead credit. Give Sean McVay credit. Give that whole team credit for keeping this thing afloat. Because, like you said, there's plans for everything. Contingency plans on if the game is canceled, where you're going to move it. There's also plans on if we're out of the playoffs before Halloween.
Yeah.
What are we going to do? And it's beyond football. It goes into contracts and future talks. So they had a plan, and McVay and this group coached their way and played their way out of it. And now here we are again. So, but you're still going to have to face those same questions. And this is weird. And I love Jared Verse, and he is so proud, and he's so proud of his group. He was asked a question about Aaron Donald in that media scrum. Like, how did it feel to record 9 sacks, a franchise record, and you tied the NFL record? How do you feel about doing that in front of Aaron Donald? And he says, well, he left it in good hands. Like, why are you asking me about him? Why are you asking me about him in front of all my guys?
And I say this word, usually this word is negative, and I mean it 1,000% positively.
Yeah.
The arrogance. the absolute unmitigated arrogance to say that about Aaron Donald is amazing to me.
With all the guys right behind him.
Arrogance to say, what, you think he left it to a bunch of scrubs?
Yes.
That's amazing
it was the
to me.
Perfect answer.
That's great.
Yes.